Never have I ever logged into Tableau and thought, "Oh, it's so easy to get all the data I needed." Like, it is not a user-friendly tool. I think you're gonna see some of the more, like, data cloud platforms, whether it's Google BigQuery or AWS or others, try to make this data a little more easily accessible and LLM friendly. Google's just come out with a product that you can do it in Google Sheets. It's a little clunky, but I also just don't think they potentially have all the context as they should. Like, you need to pull in all your platform spend data as well, which if you're using 6 or 7 platforms across social and programmatic to buy, and then you're also doing linear TV ads if you're an enterprise brand, I think it's actually kinda hard to pull that all into Power BI or Tableau and tie everything back. So, I don't see companies that are using Microsoft Dynamics saying, like, "We'll just use Newton Research," but I could see them figuring out how to use a tool that is powered by a Newton Research. It's a good question, like, how many end brands will actually pick this up? Agencies might, but will end brands? Sophisticated ones?
There's always a group of risk takers, right? And they usually break the news when they succeed. Right? It's almost like in sports. There's a lot of people playing basketball, but only few will get to the NBA. That's a really, really small group of people.
Mhm.
That might be a phase where they actually just getting some traction. But I feel like the biggest the biggest conversion they're gonna get when they start proving that the model really works. So when I think about the product, right? So the entire architecture of this intelligence tool, right? So it's a multi-agent system where it's not like most people think today, okay, there's a one thing that I see on my page and this thing is doing the work. No. I don't think they think that way. I think they trying to split this semantic based query, right? Let's say analyze the incremental lift of my latest campaign, right? So whatever, give me the insight of what it is. So what the system will do on their end is really decompose the complex task into smaller, manageable subtasks and delegates these subtasks to specialized worker agents that can execute them in parallel, right? So it's not like linear approach; it's a parallel approach,
Yep.
which is what all the companies want to do, right?
Yeah, go grab
And
this from my ad tech platforms, go grab this from my CRM, go look at this data over here, put it all together and tell me what the result was.
pretty much,
Yep.
right? So for example, is one agent might be tasked with the data cleaning, right? Another was a preparation. Another will be with building a control group, right? And third one will be just running the kind of all the final aggregation and right, statistical financial kind of analysis, right? So the architecture allows for a degree of reasoning, planning, and efficient execution of that beyond capabilities of the simple question and answer, because that's how people think today, right? But it's not. It's just this. It's not like a bot only, right? They have this semantic question and then you're getting answer, right? Like that almost like sounds like silly at this point. So the platform offering both, right? You have a pre-built agents with that would come with the preloaded with the marketing science playbooks and the blueprints like you mentioned earlier, and the functionality for the clients to build their own custom agents. You're starting with something that is more standard, but then you have to evolve into something else, and then you have to adopt into these adjustments based on the industry, based on the kind of size and all of the other components that it's just making this company unique. So that's why this decomposing is so important, right? That's what is really making this unique. I think that's where a lot of their success will be dependent on. This can be hard for them to compete with large organizations like Microsoft, right? That's where I see that Microsoft is positioned. Of course, it's a large company, right? So that's probably the biggest disadvantage, but still has a lot of resources they can put into this and just make this work if they want to.
Yep.
But that's a different story, right? So if the Newton research will take this on and they're gonna hit that faster, that's when this Microsoft Dynamics, it might be just, in the tough spot.